Hello everybody, this is Finch and welcome back to Dota for Dummies. This is a Dota for Dummies update video. This is an update to the jungle video as well as the stacking and pulling video. As of patch 6.79, some things were changed and some of the jungle was adjusted and some of the pulling effects were changed as well. So just kind of give you guys an update for people who are going through the series now so you're not confused when you see things a little bit different.
The battle begins.
So, if you remember back from that past video, a little bit of a refresher, there's going to be large camps, medium camps, and small camps in the jungle of Dota 2. The large camp is going to be on the Radiant side. It is right here, as well as right here. We have a medium camp. Medium camp is going to be right here. And now this is where the change. The second medium camp is now over at this vicinity. It used to be the small camp was right here, but now the small camp is over here at this pole camp, where you make the poles as a support when you're bringing the creep lane into your lane to get more experience and things like that. And the same thing was made on the dire side of the map. So the large camp is still here, the medium camp is still here, the second large camp is still right here, but the old small camp that was right here has now been swapped. So this is a medium camp, and the small camp is now the pole camp, which you pull up to this area. So what does that mean to you as a Dota player? Well, this change has a number of effects. One of the main ones is that these small creeps, you'll see over here is a small creep camp, give less experience and gold than the other creep camps, than like the mediums or the large ones will. Previously as a support, you'd want to stack the medium camp and you pull it in here and you'd get a pretty good chunk of experience, you maybe get some gold. But now with this change, you're not as efficient within the jungle and the stacking and pulling mechanic within Dota 2. So that's why we're seeing more things such as aggression. It's almost better to pick up a smoke and go into the middle lane and try to gank the mid hero or adjust lanes, whatever it may be, rather than just sitting here stacking and pulling for the first 10 minutes of the game. It's more action oriented, which arguably is a more exciting thing for Dota 2. So that's kind of what is adjusted for you. As far as stacking, the stacking remains the same. It is still at 53 seconds on the clock up here. So you're going to wait till 53 and you're going to pull it. One thing to note is that with these new creeps in this jungle area, the trolls, the ones that heal each other, if you click on them, it tells you which ones heal. You can see it down here. But when you do that, when you go to pull them, what you have to do is you need to walk into them, have them aggro you, and then you're going to walk away. And you're going to do that to stack it. The reason is because if you attack it, if you just right click them, they're going to start healing each other, and then they're going to stay right there and you're not going to stack. I see a lot of new players going to stack and pull. They pull at the right time, but then those guys just stand there and heal one another, and then the camp doesn't spawn. So that's one note to make. The other note to make is that the creeps were changed in their movement speed and on the timing for the pull. You're still going to be pulling them in this area here, but the change that was made is that when creeps spawn, they get an increased run speed until they get about here on the map. So if you look down at the mini map, from about this point to about this point, and you see here these creeps spawn, they're moving at 406 movement speed, and you'll notice when they get about right here, they're going to slow back down to the normal speed. And so that's going to adjust the pull time. So before, you recall, the pull time was about 45, 46. See here, now it's 325. Now with the new pull time, you're going to want to pull this camp around 43 or around 13. So the numbers kind of end in 3. That is kind of the gist now. So don't rely on just staring at the clock. Try to eyeball it and notice where the creeps are at. So you notice here, we'll do a pull. And one thing to note too, that with these these jungle changes and the things that were adjusted, double pulling, which I showed at the end of the previous video, is a lot more important now because you still want to get access to those other creeps. And so tearing down this tree and pulling that one there is definitely something you really want to be doing. Same thing over here, pulling this camp up into this area is definitely something you still want to be doing. If you're concerned about what those pulls are, I can show you. Go back to the other video, and you can see that at the end. And those still remain, and they're still very important, if not more important nowadays.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Just due to the way that the jungle was changed. So that is about that. This was changed in patch 6.79. Going forward in Dota 2, this is maintained and it's continuing to be the same thing. So what I'll do with this video, I'll just put a link on those old videos to where if you found the old video and you want to jump here and see the updates, great. The extra polls are at the end at the old video, and those remain the same. Until then, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the Dota for Dummies series, and I will do a better job of making sure any kind of changes and updates that are made, I will try to put out an update video as soon as possible and just kind of give you, the new flow of the game and the new ideas that are kind of changed and drastically adjusted the way that Dota 2 works. Until then, I will see you guys next time on Dota for Dummies.